Welcome to Redefine Reality podcast. If you don't know who I am or you're new to this podcast, hi, I'm Rita, and I'm here to call you all the way the fuck out, but with love, because the truth is you're shaping your reality with every thought, belief, and energetic signature that you carry. And if you're feeling stuck, if you're not seeing the results that you desire, it's not because you're not trying hard enough. It's because your energy is out of alignment. And here on this podcast and in my Instagram community, in my coaching and my retreats, this is what we do. We cut through the bullshit. We dismantle the programming. We get into the root of what is really blocking you, whether it's your body, your money, your relationships, or your purpose or lack of knowing what that is. This is where you release, redefine, realign, and redesign your reality in the most impactful, powerful way. No more playing small. No more waiting for permission. This is your invitation to step into your highest frequency and become a magnet for everything that you desire and then some. Okay? Are you ready? So today we're talking about honoring your vessel. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is like my blood, sweat, and tears. This is since 2010 when I first became raw vegan overnight, by the way, literally overnight after watching a documentary called Food Matters. I was just like, what the hell? Oh my God, no, they're not going to get me. And then as soon as I became raw vegan, like I had to figure it out. I had no idea what I was doing. What can I eat? Things that are just found in nature. So I was eating raw foods, basically fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And then I got my very first raw food cookbook. It was by Matt Amsden called Rawvolution. And I was making everything out of it. I bought a dehydrator. I bought a Vitamix. I bought a juicer. Like I went all out. I spent so much money and time and energy researching, learning, making such beautiful foods out of just plants. It was so cool. I made like this raw cheesecake and I made my own almond milk. I was making juices and I started delivering them to people. I made juice cleanses that had people lose 5 to 17 pounds in 3 to 5 days with my juice cleanse, which by the way, I created a PDF guide for. It's called the Ultimate Juice Cleanse. If you'd like it, I'll link it in the show notes for you. It's also on my website. If you go to ritapira.com and click on the thing where it says like all the things I'm offering and it's there. But yeah, so I went raw vegan overnight, snapped my fingers, boom, it was done. I remember eating handfuls of cashews because I didn't know what else to eat. Like I figured it out. Okay. I figured it out. And back then, 2010, there wasn't as many options and wasn't as easy. There weren't restaurants everywhere that were serving plant-based food. And oh my God, it was like the only things I had were tofu and tempeh. And the vegan cheese was not great. Like the vibe was it was not easy back then. It was not easy. I'm a fucking OG and I'm a G for pulling that shit off. And I swear to you, I'm not even kidding. Like immediately my mind became so clear. It was like, whoa, I was fucking psychic on another level. My intuition, I didn't even know what the fuck that was. And then suddenly I'm like feeling and sensing what people are thinking, what people are feeling around me. I'm able to read people just from being around them and seeing their micro expressions flash across their face. And I'm like really, really reading people, like creepy reading people. And this is why I'm so good at what I do, coaching. Fuck, like you only need one session with me and I figure out everything for you and you don't need me anymore. It's amazing. And this is all from honoring my vessel. And the very first iteration of honoring my vessel was going raw vegan. And I'm not saying go raw vegan. I'm saying honor your vessel. And what does that mean? We're going to break that down today in this episode. But first and foremost, that means putting what belongs in the human vessel. The human body does not function and operate from fake food. It just doesn't. Think about it. It makes sense. If your body was a car and you take your car to the gas station, you put gas in the car and it runs fine. You get an oil change, blah, blah, you're good. Okay. Now, say you go to a gas station and then instead you go into the store, the convenience store, and you grab a bottle of Coke. and you pour that Coke inside of your gas tank, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to run well? Do you think it's not going to break down on you at some point eventually? This is why I think everything in moderation is fucking bullshit. Because if you're putting things in your body in moderation, what do you think is happening? Slow burn, bro. Slow burn. It's fucking you up on a cellular and molecular level, and you can't see it. You don't know what's happening. Your body is a chemistry lab. It is a fucking chemistry lab. Okay? Your brain is made up of chemistry. Your body is all chemistry. So when you are eating something, it has chemicals and the chemical reaction happens and you don't know what's happening. You're not monitoring that fucking reaction, are you? No. So you can't say everything in moderation. It's okay. No, the fuck it's not. It's not. It's not. And it's what's giving you cancer literally without you knowing it. Okay? So fuck the everything in moderation. Honor your vessel. What does that mean? Step number 1, don't put shit in your body that is fake and full of fucking toxic chemicals. Okay? Don't put shit on your body that's fake and full of toxic chemicals. And don't keep shit around you that is toxic. What goes in, what goes on, what you keep around. That is honoring your vessel. That's the first level. The second level is honoring it by what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're allowing yourself to express or suppressing yourself from expressing or feeling. That is dishonoring yourself, your vessel, your body. You are dishonoring your soul on that level. So here's the thing. Your body is, in fact, a sacred vessel for your soul. So your soul lives in this body. And if you don't take care of it, if you don't nurture it and nourish it and plug it into nature, and if you don't allow it to express itself, you are creating disharmony in your body. You are betraying yourself. You are out of integrity. You are out of alignment. And this is what creates disease. Disease. That's what it is. It's not rocket science. And now, you know what? I could say, like, do all these things and you'll be super healthy and you won't have to worry about anything. You'll reverse whatever's going on. You'll look like you're in your 30s or you're even younger when you're 40 or 50, like me. And, you know, it's funny, but it's true. Like, I get stopped all the time and people are like thinking I'm 28 or 30 and I just turned 40. Like, it's fucking real. And I attribute it to having really honored my vessel since 2010. I've been really conscious and really thoughtful about what goes in, what goes on, and what you keep around. Now, this is the thing. Some of the stuff you don't really have a choice, and you can take care of yourself to this level, this degree. You have full control over what you put in your fucking mouth, okay? And what you put on your skin. No one's coming up to you and shoving anything in your mouth, let's hope, and, you know, lathering some shit on your skin that's toxic. Now, there are things you don't have control over, and that's basically the chemtrails in the air that they're spraying all the fucking time, dropping heavy metals in the air for you to breathe. You can't control that, right? And you can't control the fucking Ubers and the lifts that you get in where they have the fragrance thing hanging in the rear view and another one sitting in between your seat in the back. And it's just like, oh my God, you get in and you're like, whoa, and you hold your breath or you stick your head out the window to breathe. And the chemtrails in the air that they're spraying all the fucking time, dropping heavy metals in the air for you to breathe. You can't control that, right? But you can control where you live. You can choose to live somewhere different where that's not happening as much, or maybe move out of America like I did. So the air and, you know, quality you can't control, but if you're drinking contaminated water, if you're drinking tap water, if you're drinking bottled water, like I did a research paper back in the day when the day was back when I was in college in Chicago. Oh my gosh, it was like 30 pages on bottled water, and I found out that bottled water is more contaminated than tap, and they even found fecal matter in the water bottles. And then the plastic is leaching chemicals in your water. Like, you can't win. You just can't win. That's why I got a Kangen, whatever you want to call it, water machine. I have a hydrogen water bottle that I take with me because I can't bring my Kangen. I mean, I could, but then, you know, carrying it around in Bali and like moving from this place to this place, getting it installed, it's not the vibe. So honoring your vessel, the sacred home of your soul. Your body isn't just a machine that gets you from place to place. It's the temple that holds your soul. Like, literally, it depends on you. whether or not you're going to be as confident or as courageous or as intuitive or clear. So, the three main components of honoring your vessel are what you put in your body, what you put on your body, and what you keep around you. So, what you put in is important because food, water, it all carries frequency. And if you're filling your body with processed, chemical laden, dead food, then you're lowering your energy and you're clogging your ability to channel your highest self and download the wisdom and access the highest parts of you. Oh man, there's so much magic. There's so much clarity. There's so much courage. There's so much confidence waiting to be accessed. Just like they say that the brain, the human brain, you only access like 10% of it or whatever. So, yeah, so if you really honor your vessel and really do deeply connect to your soul, then you will likely access more of your brain power. You will be more clear. Just like I was saying earlier, when I was nourishing my body and I was 100% raw vegan for a whole year, and then I was vegan ever since. This is what created this clarity. This is what created this intuition that I have, and the sharpness and everything. And being guided, trusting, surrendering, courage, authenticity, magnetism, all of it came from honoring my vessel. This is the first step, I'm telling you. So if you're nourishing it with vibrant, fresh, high frequency foods, then you're aligning your body with vitality, with clarity, with nature. And nature is perfect, and you are nature. Everything is energy. So you must raise your frequency with what you put in your body. Now, if you think about this, you might fight me on this. I don't know. Or you might go like, oh shit, I never thought about it like that. But when you're eating animals that were killed, murdered, if they're inhumanely slaughtered, all of that creates the fear that the animal feels, and or the stress. If they're in these horrible conditions, they feel stressed, they feel they're angry or they're hurt or they're scared, they feel the fear, and then they're killed. Then they have that adrenaline, that fear, the hormones from all those emotions, the chemical reaction in their body, and then it goes into the flesh, and then you're eating the flesh, and that lowers your frequency. You're consuming more than just meat. You're taking in the energetic imprint of fear, of suffering, their stress hormones that flooded the animal's body before their death. You're really ingesting their stress and their trauma, because animals, just like humans, they experience emotions. And when they're confined and they're mistreated or slaughtered, their bodies are flooded with cortisol, adrenaline, and other stress hormones. And these chemicals don't just disappear, they stay in the tissues of the animal. So when you eat the flesh, you're consuming the energetic fear and this physiological stress that they endured or felt. So what happens when you ingest stress hormones? You get increased inflammation in your body. You have higher cortisol levels, which can lead to weight gain, anxiety, and burnout. It lowers your vibrational energy, makes you more susceptible to fatigue and fear and having like low moods. And the energy of death affects your frequency. Like I was saying, everything carries energy, including food. So when you're consuming something that comes from pain or suffering or violence, you're bringing that energy into your own field, your own energetic field. Have you ever eaten meat and then felt heavy, tired, and sluggish afterwards? That's not just a food coma or digestion. It's also the energetic density that you're eating. Because if you eat something that is nourishing, right? Not that's living, not dead and ridden with fear and stress and all these things, you feel energized. You feel vibrant. Even though you ate a lot, you still feel really good and light because you're not eating death and heaviness. Your body, mind, and spirit thrive when you consume high vibrational foods like fruits, vegetables, herbs that carry life force energy. And the closer it is to the sun, the better it is for you. Fruits and leafy greens absorb direct sunlight, which means they're directly and literally infused with pure life force energy. So when you eat them, you're consuming that same high frequency, and it nourishes your body at a cellular level and raises your vibration. So fruits like berries, melons, citrus, tropical fruits, apples, grapes, these are hydrating and cleansing. They're packed with enzymes and antioxidants. Leafy greens like kale, spinach, romaine, dandelion, arugula, these are detoxifying, oxygenating, and they're rich in chlorophyll, which is basically liquid sunlight for your cells. So, I mean, really, think about it. Plants take in sunlight and they convert it into energy through photosynthesis, right? So, when you eat them fresh and raw, you're receiving pure, unprocessed solar energy. Now, compare that to eating dead, processed, or highly cooked foods that have lost their life force. They sit heavy in your system and they make you feel sluggish and bloated and disconnected. And so, what do you think that's doing to your soul? Do you think your soul is then activated and energized and ready to hit the ground running and feeling amazing? Nope. The opposite is happening. Now, when it comes to root vegetables, they're grounding and they create stability. So, foods that grow in the earth, like sweet potatoes, carrots, beets, onions, turmeric, these absorb deep grounding energy and they help stabilize your nervous system. They help you balance your emotions and they provide you with really long lasting energy. And this is why ancient cultures, they've always turned to root vegetables for strength and for immunity and for resilience. They're literally pulling minerals, nutrients, and life force from deep within the earth. Sweet potatoes and squash are energy sustaining. They're packed with fiber and beta carotene for glowing skin, actually. Beets are blood cleansing and they create circulation. They help the circulation. They're rich in iron. And turmeric and ginger, they're anti-inflammatory powerhouses, and they help you release stored trauma and pain in the body. So you have to allow yourself to work with nature and really embed and immerse yourself in it. What happens when you eat low vibration foods, processed foods, or dead foods, which means like really heavily cooked food. When I went raw vegan, I stopped eating cooked food altogether because I was like, well, it's dead food. What's the point of eating it, right? And if you actually eat at least 51% of your plate to be raw, then you are doing good. You're doing great. If you eat processed food, fried, full of chemicals, they lack life force. Your body's not receiving the energy that it thinks it's supposed to get from it. Instead, what happens is your body's fighting it. It's like, what is this? It attacks it. All the white blood cells go like, fuck you, like trying to fight it. It doesn't see it as nourishment. It sees it as an attack. Your immune system recognizes it as a threat and it goes into defense mode. This is actually called digestive leukocytosis. I learned this in 2010 from the documentary called Food Matters that I told you about, when I learned that the food system is designed to make you sick and pharma and the food system are buddy buddies and they're out to get you. I was like, you're not going to get me. Fuck that. And this is where this journey started for me. It was that day, literally overnight, I changed everything that I was putting in my body. And then later it evolved to realize, hey, what I'm putting on my body is fucking toxic too. And then, hey, what I'm listening to and what I'm watching and what I'm here, like that is also toxic and hurting me. And then going deeper and deeper and deeper. And, that's why they say ignorance is bliss. But I'm really glad and grateful that I discovered all this information. And I'm so happy that I can share it with you as well. So really, truly, it's called digestive leukocytosis. Look it up. Your body is basically having the white blood cells increase, similar to when your body's fighting off an infection. So the white blood cells attack. And this is when, say, for example, you eat heavily processed, fried, or chemical laden or unnatural foods. Your body sees them as foreign invaders, like a virus or like bacteria. Your food is a virus or a bacteria, and your body's like, fuck this. Like, seriously, the immune system activates the white blood cells to fight what it perceives as an attack, even though it's meant to be nourishment. So this creates inflammation and it depletes your immune system over time. And this doesn't happen with raw, natural, or whole foods. When you eat fresh, unprocessed foods, your body doesn't need to defend itself. It assimilates nutrients with ease instead of wasting energy on damage control. And inflammation and gut damage happens. Processed foods, refined sugars, seed oils, artificial additives, all of this trigger chronic inflammation, which is the root cause of most diseases, autoimmune disorders, heart disease, cancer. So inflammatory foods can damage the gut lining, and this leads to leaky gut syndrome, where the toxins leak into the bloodstream, and then it triggers even more of an immune response and inflammation. And your liver, your kidneys, your lymphatic system, they have to work extra hard to filter out these toxins. And then they're feeling overloaded. The body stores the toxins in the fat cells. And this is what leads to weight gain, sluggishness, and disease over time. So again, everything in moderation is fucking bullshit. Instead of using energy for healing and vitality and regeneration, your body's stuck in survival mode. It's constantly trying to detox from the garbage that you're putting in it. So imagine what would happen if you stopped putting garbage in it. Your body would do other things that would be more productive than trying to protect you from the shit you're putting in it. It drains your energy. Your body thrives on high frequency, nutrient dense foods. Consuming low vibrational foods drains your energy instead of fuels you. Your digestion slows down, making you feel tired and heavy and foggy brained instead of clear, radiant, and magnetic. And this is what they want. They want you to be foggy. They want you to be tired. They want you to be just a mindless zombie that is like just not connected to your soul, to your purpose, to nature, to the earth. So they don't want you to know how magical you fucking are. Okay? This is how it ties into manifestation and alignment. Your body's in a constant state of stress and inflammation, and then they're flooding your awareness, your environment with all this fear. If you watch the news, even a second of it, turn that shit off and never touch it again and watch what happens to your life. Self-betrayal through food choices equals energetic misalignment. Every time you eat something toxic, you're sending a message to your subconscious that you don't honor yourself, you don't respect yourself, you don't trust yourself, you don't care about yourself. When your inner and outer world are misaligned, your manifestations are getting blocked. This is why you're not getting what you want. This is why you feel stuck. This is why you feel like everything's happening against you and whatever, nothing's working out for you. When you fuel your body with high vibrational, nourishing foods, your energy is clear, your intuition is sharper, and you become a magnet for what you desire. Trust me on this. This is the foundational core piece, and this is what I teach in the Energetics of Weight Loss Masterclass, and what I teach in Redefined Reality Academy, what I teach at the Redefined Reality Retreat, and what I teach working one-on-one with my clients. I've had insane success with literally every single person that I work one-on-one with. If you are feeling pulled to work with me, reach out and I will help you. I will support you in making this happen. If you're like, I really want to and I don't have the money, trust me on this. I can help you make it happen. So I told you that I've been raw vegan for a whole year in 2010, right? All the way through the middle of 2011. And then I've been hardcore vegan ever since, plant-based, right? Then when I came to Bali, I actually ate anything and everything for 6 months. For 6 months, I ate animals. I literally was eating without restriction, without hesitation. You want to know what happened? I felt like death. I was eating death and then I felt like death. You know what else happened? My face broke out. You want to know what else happened? I gained weight and I felt heavy. I felt energetically drained and miserable. Seriously, this happened and I really attribute it to eating the way I was eating. And then that affected my mood. That affected my confidence in myself. That affected my self-esteem. That affected everything, how I was showing up or not showing up, rather, online, on social media. You may have noticed that I kind of disappeared a little bit. So that's because I wasn't in alignment. I wasn't feeling good. As soon as I shifted back to eating really clean and honoring my vessel, my energy, my frequency came back up. I lost all this weight. My face got clear. My hair is growing thicker and longer. Like everything is working because I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment. The next layer of honoring your vessel is processing your emotions, not allowing your emotions to be suppressed or walking on eggshells or biting your tongue and all of that, trying to keep the peace, betraying yourself by staying in situations that are not healthy, a job that you hate, a marriage that was over a long time ago, but you're still staying because you're afraid to be alone, or you're afraid what people will say if you get a divorce or if you leave, or you think that nobody else will ever find you attractive or will like you because you're old now, so you might as well just stay, or because you just genuinely don't know what it's like to be alone anymore and you're scared. And what's on the other side of it is scarier than what you're experiencing, which is actually not true. Everything you ever desired, everything you ever dreamed of is on the other side. And I wish I could show you so that you could be like, oh my God, and you would jump the gun right now, right away. You would make that decision that you're going back and forth. Like, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go? Believe me, I lingered in that for such a long time. And it's really like, once you see what's on the other side, you're like, God, I wish I left sooner. God, I wish I had done this sooner. And that goes to quitting your job, starting your business, ending a relationship, moving across the country, for whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, wanting to do. Your soul is like, yes, yes, yes. And your mind and your fear is like, no, no, no. Right? So if you do what the soul wants and you just trust and surrender and expect it to work out, it will. It always does. Story of my life. Every story, I'm telling you. So what you put in your body is what activates this because of the energy, the frequency, the alignment, the flow, the care, the intentionality. You're honoring the vessel. And when you do this, it's not just you aligning with what's in nature and all of that. That raises your frequency, yes, but it's not just about food. Your emotions are also things that you consume. So if you're swallowing resentment or shame, or you have unspoken truths, they don't disappear. They're stored in your body and they manifest as physical weight, as inflammation, as disease. This is also something that you want to consider when I say what you put on your body also goes in. What goes on goes in. Your skin is your largest organ. Every lotion, every perfume, every makeup product, sunscreen, everything that you're using either supports your body's natural healing and raises its frequency, or it's filled with toxins, it disrupts your hormones and your energy. It's literal poison. I did this post, this reel on Instagram about sunscreen. That shit blew up, and you should see these comments, man. There are people really defending sunscreen. It's like, are you serious? It's crazy. How could you argue for a bottle of chemicals to be actually good for you? Right? Oh, it protects you from the sun. Why do you need protection from the sun? The sun is medicine. The sun is life force energy. The sun gives life. It literally gives life. And I discovered someone named Dr. Jack Cruz, Kruse. He's a neurosurgeon, and he moved to El Salvador now because he's sharing so much truth that his life is in danger. He's sharing about how we are living in these little boxes with fluorescent light and all this blue light in our devices, and the average person has like 12 devices or something, and how Obama in 2007 made everything with blue light and banned incandescent lighting, which is like the natural light that it feels like the sun. Notice light bulbs used to get really, really hot and you would burn your hand trying to take them off, and now you can take them off when they're hot and it doesn't do shit to you. Like LEDs full of blue light, I guess, and all this blue light is disrupting the body's like natural rhythm and causing disease. And then the sun is what regenerates the mitochondria. The sun is medicine, and it helps your body regenerate. It's the regenerative program. That's what I heard. And when you allow yourself to be in the sun, allow yourself to receive the sun through your eyes and your skin, is how your body regenerates itself. So if you are in front of a screen all day long, or you're looking at your phone all day long, which, by the way, on your phone, if you change the setting so that your phone tells you when it's too close to your face, you'd be surprised. If you put on this setting and it has you pull the phone away from your face and to actually use it that far away, and then you find yourself bringing it so much closer all the time and it's having to correct you all the time, you get so annoyed that you turn it off because you always use your phone way closer to your face than you should, and this thing will like correct you nonstop, and it's really annoying. But it's like, holy shit, I've been using this phone so close to my face. I noticed my eyes actually burning. I noticed my eyes feeling really sensitive, and my vision has gotten worse. Now, I've had the same prescription for a decade, if not more. -1.25 in both eyes, the same. Since like I've been vegan and juicing and all of that, I've had consistently the same prescription. It's never gotten worse year after year after year since I've been eating this way and nourishing my body this way. So that says something, doesn't it? And then now suddenly it's getting worse. And I'm noticing it's because I'm on my device more. I'm on my screens more. And I am in the sun. Thankfully, I'm in Bali. So, and when it's winter in Chicago, I come to Bali. So I'm in sunlight, and I don't burn. I've burned before, but I don't burn. And you have to just gradually introduce the sun to your skin over time. Over time, you build melanin or whatever it's called. And that allows you to be more comfortable and safer, if you will, from burning. And you don't need sunscreen. Toxic fucking chemicals on your skin getting baked in by the sun. What do you think that's doing? And then if you look at the research, man, sunscreen, ever since sunscreen was introduced, skin cancer rates have gone higher, have gone up. How do you argue for that? I don't know. Anyway, that shit went insanely viral. Not as viral as the one that had 24 million views where I wrote that guy a poem. I don't know. That's insane. Why did that even go viral? I don't get it. The algorithm, I guess. I don't know. But that was an act of courage, apparently. People thought that was very courageous. I don't know. That was just me being me and acting on some nudge that I felt instead of judging myself or thinking, no, I shouldn't. And what if he's married? What if he rejects me? Blah, blah. Then that's what happens. And I can move on from that. I'm not going to hold on to those emotions and stuff them in my body and feel shame and regret and all that. Nope. That's what actually manifests as disease. And that's what manifests as physical weight in your body, like I've been saying. So what you put in your body, what you put on your body, and what you keep around you. This is your environment. Your environment is either nourishing or draining you. The people you interact with, the energy in your home, whether it's a sanctuary or a shit show, like that is going to affect you really on a frequency level and how you show up in the world. So it's not just the people that you interact with and the energy in your home. It's also the words that you're hearing daily. It's what you consume through your eyes and your ears. So all of this impacts your nervous system, your frequency, and your body's ability to be in alignment. What you're hearing, what you're thinking, what you're believing, what you're watching, all of it. Music, TV. If you're watching things that are scary or heavy or dark, if you're listening to things that are dark, like mainstream music is laced with this frequency that is actually hurtful to the body. And they do that on purpose. And yes, I know it sounds like a crazy conspiracy, but look it up. And you know what? Come to find out, pretty much every freaking conspiracy that has been out there has been proven to be true, especially with COVID. And then the other thing is, if you research into the word conspiracy and where it came from, they created that word, and I believe it was the CIA created that word basically to discredit anyone who says anything otherwise and speaks the truth to make them sound crazy. So really look it up. You'll find it. If you're surrounded by toxic relationships, either at work, at home, or whatever the situation is, clutter, or an environment that just doesn't feel good or doesn't feel safe, doesn't feel sacred, your body will hold on to that stress. And we can go even deeper into what you're thinking, what you're saying, and what you're believing, because the words you speak and the beliefs you hold actually shape not just your body, but your life. And your body's always listening. You are made up of 70% water. Every time that you say things like, I'm getting old, or look at my wrinkles, or my hair is getting gray, or I'm getting fat, or I'm fat, or whatever, or losing weight is hard, or I hate my body, whatever you're saying, your cells are recording that message and they're creating it as your reality. Same as what you're watching, what you're listening to. Your body is feeling as if that's happening to you. It is not something you're watching, it's really something you're experiencing. And so if you imagine this, like you flip the script, instead of saying, I always gain weight or I always gain it back, you could say, my body's constantly regenerating and healing and aligning. Or what I do is, what I say is, losing weight is so easy. I don't even have to work out. Like, I actually believe that. And abs are made in the kitchen. I'm aging backwards. Like, these are the thoughts and the stories and the beliefs that I've held in my mind forever. And it shows. I mean, it really shows. So this is also where self-integrity comes in. If you say you want to heal, but every day you're reinforcing these negative beliefs about yourself, about your body, about everything, you're in misalignment. So do you honor your body with your words? Do your beliefs align with the reality that you want to create? If not, then it's time to really shift, because I don't know if you've seen Dr. Emoto's water experiment where he's speaking ill, like garbage language, garbage words, hateful words to a glass of water, and then he's speaking loving words to another glass of water under a petri dish or whatever it is. I don't know. And then you look at it under a microscope and it shows you that the water that he was speaking to harshly, it was like looking like mold, like really gross looking. And then the water he was speaking to with love, it looked like a beautiful crystallized snowflake. So you are water. And if you're speaking to yourself in these ways, you're creating this disharmony, disconnection, misalignment in your body. So your words are spells. This is why they call it spelling. And emotions, this is the other aspect of this, of honoring your vessel, not allowing emotions to be stuck, allowing them to express whatever it is that you're thinking and feeling, whatever's coming up for you. Allow yourself to feel it. allow yourself to express it. Maybe even share it with someone, say it out loud. And if you are angry, express the anger, not at someone, but like grab a pillow and beat the fuck out of it. Rage, scream, like let it out. If you're angry, let it out in a healthy way. If you're sad, cry your eyes out. It feels so good. It's the body's way of resetting and clearing energy that's stuck, processing emotions. Crying is not a bad thing, it's a beautiful thing. It's medicine. And for the love of God, stop apologizing when you cry. Why are you sorry? Why do you say, I'm sorry when you start crying? Stop doing that. It's a gift. It is a gift to witness someone crying, to hold that space for them. And it allows and invites and gives permission to others to cry as well. And these unprocessed emotions, like if you feel regret, if you feel shame, if you feel guilt, all you have to do is redefine the story, redefine the perspective. And instead of making whatever happened be a bad thing, find how it was a good thing. Find how you're grateful for that thing that happened. And if it didn't happen, then this wouldn't happen and that wouldn't happen and you wouldn't be who you are today and you're amazing. Like shift the perspective and watch what happens. This is what happened at the retreat. We shifted some perspectives and weight melted off. I work with my clients one-on-one. I hear their story. I find out something about their childhood, or I find out something that happened that they made it mean something, or they made a decision and changed something. And then we realize, like, we connect all these dots together and I show them and they're like, whoa, I never realized that. I never thought of that. And that's, again, my intuition. That's sharp as fuck because of everything I've been doing to honor my vessel since 2010. So it's not a coincidence that you feel sluggish, you feel heavy if you're holding on to resentment or a grudge or you're angry with someone. It's not a coincidence that you feel that way. It's your unprocessed emotions that are embedded in your body and it's causing inflammation, it's causing weight gain, even chronic illness. If you ignore something for long enough, it'll manifest in the physical form. Val also had for a few years this trauma that she was holding on to that she couldn't release, she couldn't shake, she felt heavy, she didn't feel like herself for so long, and she developed this pain in her foot that was called plantar fasciitis or something like that. I don't know. But she had that for like 8 months. And then I told her at the retreat, you're going to release it. You're going to heal it. And I shit you not, she went home from the retreat, melted away 15 pounds and texted me saying that and that her foot was like 90% better. And then a week later or something, she's like, oh my God, my foot is like completely healed. And that happened because we released what was connected to that foot pain. And if you knew what the trauma was, it would make a lot of sense why the pain was in her foot of all places. And depending on what emotions you have stuck in your body, it will tell you where you have physical pain. Shame often sits in the gut. You experience digestive issues, bloating, you gain weight, your throat feels tense, you have a fear of speaking the truth, tightness or heaviness in your chest, you feel unlovable. There's so many different physical symptoms for shame. Resentment sits in the liver. You feel fatigue. You have a hormone imbalance. You're hurt and you can't let it go. You feel anger, you feel frustration, and you have bitterness that's stored in your body. You also can feel tension in your shoulders and in your neck, stiffness. You're carrying emotional weight. You're clenching your teeth, grinding them. This is suppressed anger. If you have upper back pain between your shoulder blades, this is betrayal. This is disappointment. And the root cause of this is you feeling wronged, used, or betrayed. Heartbreak and grief sit in the lungs. You have shallow breathing and you have a tight chest. You have like heavy limbs and you feel exhausted because grief is stored weight. Your immune system feels weak, so you're frequently getting colds. Your body feels run down. Your grief lowers your defenses. And then in your neck and your shoulders, you might be feeling tension. You feel like you're carrying a heavy burden because grief is an emotional load. Key difference between heartbreak and grief is that heartbreak is a sudden emotional rupture and it can heal with time and self-work. And grief is just deep mourning and emotional processing, and it might last a lifetime, but it can be transformed. And if you want to heal both, then breath work and crying is the best thing for this, for the body to release this fully. Movement and somatic healing. Grief can get stuck in the body if you don't move it. Connection and expression, talking about it, sharing the emotions, crying. Again, that's a really powerful healing tool, believe it or not. rituals and closure, creating some sort of symbolic release through journaling, burning letters, having ceremonies. We did this at the retreat. And I think that's probably what did it for most of the women, especially to release and to feel lighter. Everyone felt lighter after the second day. They were just like, oh my God, I feel lighter. Like the retreat could end now and I'd be like happy. That's the feedback I got, I swear to you. I heard Val told Bobby that she felt she got her money's worth by the second day. Releasing weight isn't just about food and movement. So whenever, you're seeing all these like new diets and new whatever, fuck that shit. I dare you to forget about that and focus on your emotions and watch what happens. If you release these trapped or stuck emotions that are weighing you down, that are blocking the flow of energy, that's what's really, really creating the weight gain. So think of the weight that your body carries. Can some of it be emotional? I believe it is. I really believe it is. If you look at yourself from the perspective of when did I gain this weight? What happened in my life at that time? If you really can pinpoint to something that happened in your life and then you suddenly started gaining the weight, I bet you that'll be even quicker, even easier to flip it. If you can pinpoint the significant time that you started to gain the weight, something happened. Something happened. What is it? Honoring the vessel goes beyond just food and environment. It's a whole energy shift. When I talk about honoring your vessel, it's not just about what you eat and put on your skin or keep in your space. That's surface level. Yes, it's very important, but it's still surface level. Honoring your vessel is about how you treat yourself on every level, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The words that you speak to yourself and others, every time you say something negative about yourself or something that you don't want, like, oh, I'll never lose this weight, or losing weight is so hard, or I'm just not good enough, and why should I even bother, blah, blah, blah. Like words are spells. They're literally programming your reality. So would you talk to a child the way that you talk to yourself? If not, change it. And boundaries that you set or don't set, who you allow into your life is an extension of how much you respect yourself or your self-worth. Keeping toxic people around you is like eating moldy food. It poisons you over time. And self-betrayal happens when you ignore your intuition just to keep the peace. And that creates energetic leaks. It drains you. It blocks you. It keeps you stuck. And how you move your body or neglect it. Movement isn't just about exercise, it's about energy flow. Stagnant bodies equals stagnant emotions equals stuck manifestations. So if you're not dancing, you're not stretching, you're not shaking out the stress, you're not moving your body, you need to get the energy moving. And the way that you rest and replenish your body. If you're overworking, if you're overgiving, if you're self-sacrificing, if you're always being on, it puts your nervous system in constant stress, aka flight or fight mode. And chronic stress equals chronic inflammation equals disease. So deep rest isn't laziness. It's an act of self-love, self-respect. Don't judge yourself for laying around and doing nothing. Your body needs it. Allow it to do that. It's okay. This go, 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 go is not how we're supposed to be. It's just not. Go be in nature. Go outside. Plant your hands and your feet into the ground. Look up at the sun. Be with nature. Be with quiet, silence. Turn off your device, go for a walk, leave it behind. Don't bring it with you to the freaking bathroom. Separate from your devices. Be human. Really, truly you need to do this. You need to go and plug into nature every single day. Every single day. Honoring your vessel is also processing your emotions and not allowing them to get stuck or stagnant, stored in your body. Resentment, grief, shame, guilt, regret, all these things, they create energetic weight that literally manifests as physical weight, as fatigue, as brain fog, and physical pain in your body. If something hurts, it's because there's a stored emotion there that's probably been there for a really long time, and your body is now getting loud with you to pay attention to this thing. So this is something that you need to do, is release old emotions, release things that happened back in whatever past experience you had. Redefine the meaning of it, make it mean something that serves you. And this is not spiritual bypassing. This is actually allowing yourself to look at things that happened as good. Thank God it happened. There's nothing bad. There's nothing bad that happened. It all had to happen. Everything happened for you so that you can learn some lessons, so that you could experience something, so that you could grow and evolve. Like it had to happen. It had to happen. So if you shift your mindset around that, and this is something that I'm really good at doing with my clients, and this is what will change everything for you. This is what flips the switch and makes the weight just melt away and the pain melt away like it did for Val. And you're honoring your vessel is also the frequency that you tune into. So, what you consume mentally, what you're tuning into, what you're receiving through your eyes and through your ears, the news, social media, different conversations, this affects your vibration. And what you focus on grows, it expands. So, if you're constantly absorbing negativity and stress and low vibrations, then how the heck can you expect to manifest abundance, joy, and peace if you're resonating at suffering and depression and fear? And honoring your vessel is also the truth that you live by. Are you living in alignment with your truth? Do your actions match your words and your values? When you live out of alignment, you create inner conflict, and that misalignment shows up in your body, in your energy, and in your reality. The bottom line is your vessel is the home of your soul. How you treat your body determines what you are attracting and what you are creating, because it is how you are feeling and who you are being. So if you are ready to go deeper, join me in the Energetics of Weight Loss Masterclass every Sunday in April for just $7, or upgrade to the VIP so you can get access to all of it. And this is where we will dive deep into everything that's been keeping you heavy physically, emotionally, and energetically. And just pay what you can. The energetic exchange is up to you. Beyond $7, you can join every Sunday in April, and you can get access now by clicking the link in my show notes, or go to ritapira.com, or go to my Instagram bio. The link is right there. It's the top one when you open it. Your body is listening. Your energy is responding. Your future self is waiting. Let's fucking go. Now, I'd like to help you to reclaim your self-integrity and to honor your vessel. Now, again, the key to aligning with your highest self is self-integrity. Self-integrity is key to be in alignment. When you stop betraying yourself and you are a woman of your word, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. You do this for other people. When it comes to you, you let yourself off the hook. When it comes to you, you put yourself last. When it comes to you, you sacrifice and you don't take care of yourself. You don't take care of yourself first. That gets to change, because if you don't put yourself first and you don't honor your vessel, you don't take care of where your soul lives, not only are you half-assing your own life, but you're half-assing how much you can actually give to other people and give to the world, because you're not functioning at your most optimal level. So doing what you're doing, taking care of everyone else over yourself first, is actually a disservice to the world. You think you're noble and you're doing something good. No, you're actually cheating everyone else from getting the best of you, having to, or being able to experience the highest level of you. And imagine, can you even imagine if you were functioning, if you were operating at your most optimal level, what things you would accomplish, what things you would access, what things you would create, who you would become? And I think there might be a part of you that's afraid of that. There might be a part of you that doesn't know how to be with that, and you just want to stay in this little comfort zone that you're in. But that's not what you're here for. Your soul came here to experience it all. Your soul came here to manifest something that it's like literally on a mission. So when you came here to Earth, you signed on the dotted line. Okay, I will take this body, that's born into this family. I will experience these things. I will learn these lessons. I will become this version of me, and then I will create this and put this out into the world and help in this way or whatever. You came here with a mission, and unless you are able to access and channel the wisdom that you came here with, then how are you going to fulfill your mission? How are you going to even know what it is? This is why you're maybe confused on what your purpose is, or maybe you feel so unfulfilled, or maybe you have everything. You have everything. You have the money, you have the nice cars, you have the husband and the kids, but something is missing. Something is freaking missing. You feel empty, you feel unfulfilled. Something is missing. Guess what that thing is? Your connection to your soul, your connection to your purpose, your mission, what your soul came here for. There's something missing. So what you can do is start honoring your vessel today. to be able to bring that online, activate that part of you, there's something missing. And getting into alignment can bring you clarity, can bring you confidence, can bring you courage, can bring you authenticity, can bring you super, super freaking powerful embodiment. This is what you need to do. Choose high frequency nourishment. Fuel your body with real, vibrant, living foods. Eat the fucking rainbow. Let go of chemical shitstorm processed foods and stop drinking alcohol. Alcohol is straight up fucking poison. Do not put that shit in your body. Honor your body. Nourish your body. Nurture your body. Support it so that it could access the wisdom, become a very clear channel. Heighten your intuition. Become magnetic. Oh, it's so good. Trust me. Listen to me. And number 2, clear the toxicity in your life. So this includes what you put on your body and who and what you allow in your space. Swapping out all your beauty products for clean ones, releasing relationships that drain your energy, leaving that job that makes you miserable, finally showing up for yourself fully and expressing yourself authentically and releasing whatever it is that you're holding on to and trusting that there's something better and it's on its way to you. All you have to do is claim it. All you have to do is declare it and accept it and allow it. Stop blocking it. Third thing is rewrite those beliefs about your body. Speak words of love and power to yourself every day. Pretend you are your 5-year-old daughter. Would you say the things that you say to yourself? No, absolutely not. You couldn't even imagine that. You couldn't even fathom that. So imagine there's a little 5-year-old inside of you, and every time you say something horrible to her, she's hurt. You're hurting her. If you can visualize that, that might be able to help you to stop that. Because we can be really cruel to ourselves. So create a new reality with your thoughts and your beliefs. And number 4, move stagnant emotions through your body. Journal, scream, dance, rage, punch a freaking pillow, cry your eyes out. Let the emotions move through you so they don't get stored in your body as weight or as illness. This is crucial. Now, I hope that was helpful. I would like to guide you through a practice to help you reconnect with your vessel. So if you're in a place right now where you can actually close your eyes, do so now, or come back to this audio later and do it then. But what you're going to do is close your eyes, take a deep breath in, exhale, releasing the tension, bringing your awareness to your body, scanning from your head down to your toes, slowly from your head, scanning to your ears, to your neck, to your shoulders, to your elbows, to your hands, noticing any tension in your stomach or in your chest as you're scanning down, down, down to your feet. Where do you feel the tightness? Where do you feel the heaviness? Noticing that and asking it, why is it there? What does it need you to know? What is it trying to show you or teach you or share with you? Now, imagine a golden light moving through your body, clearing every space where you've held on to shame, self-betrayal, anywhere where there might be unprocessed emotions. And this light, as it's moving through you, it's melting away all of the tightness, all of the tension, all of the extra weight, the emotions. And as this is happening, you're feeling them. They're coming through you now. That pain, wherever it is, dissipating, bringing up emotions. Maybe there's tears falling from your eyes. Maybe you feel angry. Maybe you remembered something out of nowhere suddenly that upset you or hurt you a while ago. Maybe somebody came to mind you haven't thought about in a really long time that betrayed you. Bring to mind all the things that you're holding on to. Allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to say what you want to say to that person. Allow yourself to express whatever wants to come through without judgment, without making you wrong for it. Once you let go, once you really feel everything, you take your power from it. And when you release it, the weight goes with it. The pain goes with it too. And then you feel lighter. You feel more yourself than you ever have. Move differently. As you breathe, repeat after me. I honor my body. I trust my body. My body is the sacred vessel, the sacred home of my soul. Now in this moment, feel yourself aligning with your soul, with your higher self. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. So it is. My final words to you. Your body is your home, your vessel for this lifetime that your soul came here to choose to experience Earth and to serve its mission. It holds the energy that you create, the emotions that you store, and the frequency that you emit. When you betray it by putting toxic foods in it and lather it in chemicals and surround yourself with negative energy or repeat self-sabotaging patterns, you send the message that you don't value yourself. And that misalignment is exactly what blocks your manifestations. And it's time to shift. So here's your integration practice. Number 1, audit what you consume. Take inventory. This is what I do in Redefine Reality Academy. One of the first things we do is we take inventory. What is it that's in my life that is causing disharmony? What is it in my life that I'm eating, drinking, watching, listening to? Who's around me? Take audit of everything that you're consuming through your eyes and your ears and your mouth. So pause before you eat. Pause before you drink. Pause before you apply something to your skin and ask yourself, is this honoring my vessel? Number 2, you want to check your environment. Who and what are you keeping around you? Are they expanding you, expanding your energy, or draining it? And number 3, watch your words and your beliefs. Your body is listening. Your cells are responding. Catch yourself in the moments and choose differently. Flip the perspective immediately. And my invitation to you is to join me live for the Energetics of Weight Loss Masterclass every Sunday of the month of April. So you pay one time and you can use the same link to join every Sunday. And it's only $7. It's pay what you can, but the minimum I'm asking for the energetic exchange is $7. So do yourself this little favor and join us next Sunday. I believe it's April 6th, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, there is an upgrade option for VIP, which is only $27. And this gets you access to not only the recording, but also a 30-minute Q&A at the end of the call. So you can get some personalized attention. Now, what I'm doing right now, this is just for the month of April. So if you get in during the month of April, you are one of the lucky people that get to access this course in Kajabi, where I'm building out modules that you will get to have access to forever. And you've only paid $27, whereas I'm going to sell this course for God knows how much in the future because it's that potent and powerful. But I do want to make it accessible, which is why I'm doing this now. So get in while you can. If this hits home for you, if you really want to dive into honoring your vessel, to getting into alignment, to becoming a magnet for all that you desire, then please join us. It's not just about food. It's about energy behind everything you consume, everything you think, everything you believe, and allow into your life, and energetic shifts that'll happen immediately in how you start to show up in the world. And so you can go to readapiro.com now and sign up, or click the link in the show notes. You can DM me on Instagram at readapiro.official with the word vessel, and I'll send you the link directly, or just go to the link in my bio. And if this episode resonated, please share it. Tag me in your Instagram stories, leave a review, DM me a screenshot, and I'll gift you access to another masterclass of your choice. Honor your vessel, honor your power. You are the energetic match to everything you desire, and it all starts from what you put in, on, keep around your body, what you consume through your eyes and your ears and your mouth. I'm telling you, this is the key to becoming whoever it is that your soul came here to become. Now go take aligned action, and I'll see you inside the masterclass. I love you. Bye.